All right, good morning. It is the IBringit Everyday channel, and my name is Kelly. And today we're here for just a few moments of motivation. Normally I do motivation on Mondays, and yeah, we're just got a few minutes, and I gotta dip in and dip out. That's kind of life. So wait for a couple people to come in, and we'll see what happens. All right, we'll take a couple sips of coffee. Okay, thank you so much for the thumbs up. And if you like what you see, come back and check out the channel. Okay, Jamie, a happy Monday. I'm a little late. How are you doing? All right, now. So, the word for today, well, not the word, I guess the theme, it's not even really a theme, but the theme that's been in my mind for the last couple of days is the greatest pleasure in life is doing what people say that you cannot do. And that's Walter Bajot. That's pretty cool. I know. Merry Christmas Eve Eve. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so this year has really, like I said, for me, it's flown. I don't know about you. And I've just really tried to take a few steps back and say, what have I done? What have I done? Hey, controversial cruising. There's a Scotty. Let me see if I can fix this. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. Yes. Okay. Trying to get my thing a little better. Yes, the Kelly crew. Oh, good morning. Yes, that is funny. You got Sweet Pea Sid. Morning, Chat and Kelly. Rosalie, good morning. So you guys are all awake. That's great. And happy holidays to all. Thank you so much. So listen, while I'm here, let's talk a little bit about oh yeah, and if you want to share yourself out, Miss Jamia, just type respect. Hopefully Nightbot will work. Like the Aretha Franklin song. I don't know. We'll see if it works. Oh no. Oh, you like the catchy? The intro's so catchy. Yeah, that's so great. You know what's funny? I really resisted doing that for a very long time. And then I was like hooked. But when I hang out with my karaoke people. So anyway, so about a year or so ago, I started hanging out with these karaoke people. And then the karaoke people also transfer into I call them the real musicians, the people that play instruments and stuff. And I started meeting all these people that do music, and I was like hooked, 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 hooked. Yes. Oh, you like the karaoke? Oh, thanks, Scott. Yes. So I got so hooked on the music. You know what I mean? Well, I've always been hooked on music, but the thing that was funny was doing the karaoke sort of led me to these musical people, and um, one of the guys that's been on my channel, his name is oh boy, he changed it. Well, no, he didn't change his name. He just hasn't been here, so it's driving me crazy. But his name is Drizzle Stank, and he he's from Pennsylvania. So the irony of it is this guy's from Pennsylvania, um, and lived not far from me. Well, not close, but not far, like maybe an hour or so away. And and then we sort of bonded over these karaoke channels. And he said, "Oh, I write theme songs all the time. I'll write you one." And I was, you know how people tell you that, and you just kind of go, "Oh yeah, sure, right, right, right." But then he wrote it, and I'm like, ah. So it was really good. So I've been keeping it, but that's why I really enjoy it because he did it for me, and that was like, I am so grateful for him doing that, and he didn't charge me. And the thing that's crazy, you guys, is he offered to write people music, and they like at least 10 people turned him down. And I'm like, are you serious? Because he's kind of a hip hopper. He's a hip hopper, but a rocker at the same time. So his style is very broad. And but anyway, he taught himself how to play guitar during this time when I met him, and he was literally like a month or so in of learning guitar, and he really picked it up fast. He kind of taught himself, read some books, watched some videos, did some things like that, and he got really hooked on it. But then he dipped off of YouTube, so this is the tragedy. So I really miss him. So anyway, if you're out there, Drizzle, hey, but thank you so much. I know he's awesome, and I'm trying to get him, like, he should do that as a business because he's great. He is really good, and he did it in like 5 minutes. That's the kicker. The kicker is he did it, well, maybe not 5 minutes, but he did it pretty quick. Within a day, like it was done. So I don't know. So we got to talk to him. I'll pass on the message, Rosalie. Yeah, he's really good. So anyway, we got Jeanette DOY. Welcome. Yes. And let's see. I said hi to Rosalie, Sweet Pea, Sid. We said hi to Scott, Controversial Cruising. And Let me see if I can scroll without causing mayhem. Fifi, hello. Good to see you. That's awesome. I know. And I was just in Shangy Girl. There you go. Yeah, people here in chat, she's saying hi. Long time no see. Oh, you're very, very kind. Yes, and Scott's saying there's some real talent there. Yes, and these people are so much fun to hang out with. And so I did that for a long time. And then I kind of slowed down because like a lot of these people that do the music, they like when you're really into what you're doing, you spend probably way too much time. So I was spending hours, like like probably every live stream is about 3 or 4 hours, maybe five. And so I had to sort of cut it down and say, girl, like get a hold of your life. So that's part of it. So I just want to say that I don't know if anybody out here on YouTube is sort of facing that thing, but um, just enjoy what you're doing when you go on the YouTubes, and as my father-in-law says, and but you really have to have that balance to sort of maintain. Like you have to maintain your life, and so there's that. Okay. And Merry Christmas, Kenneth Wilkinson. Hello. Good morning, Kelly. Good to see you. So thank you so much for coming. So that's the whole thing. But today the biggest thing is, like I said, if there's something that you want to do, we're starting a new year. Not that I don't recommend always starting something on the new year, but just make sure that you want to just think about it a little bit and then sort of work it, just work it. But the thing that's really interesting is this quote that I found. It's Walter Bajot, and he said, "The greatest pleasure in life is doing what people say you cannot do," and that is amazing. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of, and I try not to be motivated by the negative, but sometimes negative comments can actually motivate you to do something positive. But I don't, I feel like that's not the best way to attain a goal. But you never know. You know what I mean? Things happen, right? So that's really that was kind of on my heart today, is that if you don't have to share all your dreams with everybody, but if let's say you have a confidant, somebody who's really close to you, and you share your dream and they say, that sucks or stinks, sorry. you know if you go and start, even though a lot of times people, they have good intentions to sort of tell you, oh, don't do that. That's probably not the best idea. But if you feel it in your heart and it brings you some joy, you can try things. And that's really what I would say, 2025 for me is going to be, get out there and try some things that you haven't done, sort of push yourself out of your comfort zone and maybe try just a few things. And, you never know, you might end up finding a new love. And so, like I said, so getting back to like the karaoke people, that was not my thing. I never did it before. And I ended up having a blast, and I met at least 100 really cool people in the process. Yeah. One of which is Drizzle Stank. So, and, and his wife always says, he says that he and I are like two girls in a knitting circle. That's what he says. That's what she says. Like we're two old ladies in a knitting circle. And I think that's hilarious. Because he's male. you know, he does not crochet or knit. He was trying, but I'm gonna get him back on that thing. But his thing is really that for him, he decided to try playing guitar, and within 3 months he was doing chords. Now he also has gifts, you know what I mean, and so I think like a lot of things in life go better when you sort of work those gifts that you have, because everybody has different gifts. You know what I'm saying? And so those gifts work out well, when you're working them, you know what I mean? But when you try to do something that you can't do very well, there's always like a little bit of a break or a slowing. Things don't go as quickly or easily. So, so like I said, he learned how to play guitar in like 3 months, and reasonably well, and he learned all the chords. It was crazy. And I said I tried to play guitar, and I could only get one chord, and my fingers were like, arthritic and all this. It wasn't pretty. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Yes, there we go. DOI's got it. Yes. Do what you love, but you first have to find out what you enjoy. Oh yeah. Oh Lord, that's good. That's really good. Yes. That is, and that's really it. Like with with YouTube and life, you can really, especially when you go out and work. If you have if you're working on a job or something like that, a lot of people take jobs that they don't enjoy, and then you spend all this time. When you think about the amount of time that you spend outside the house working, and then you're doing something that makes you not miserable, but it just brings you no joy, or may not, or may take your joy. You got to get out of there because it's like mental health. It'll get you eventually. And I'm the prime example of someone who did a lot of stuff that I didn't want to do, but I just I did it just to sort of handle the finances and things like that. But I think I paid for it, in some ways. So, but anyway, let's see. Yeah, Rosalie. Yeah, 3 months learning the guitar. Yep. And let's see, Eden Madison. Hello, welcome in. Yes, thanks for stopping by. So yeah, so we're just trying to uplift ourselves, on the Bring It Everyday channel, and one of the things that I do is a little bit of motivation, and the idea is just to get started fast, start strong for the week, and then keep going. Yeah, because Mondays can be tough, and I was kind of the person on Monday. I never really dreaded them, but I knew a lot of people that Sunday night they would just go, "Oh, I got to go to work tomorrow," you know. And for me, that's just the worst way to. I just can't live that way. It's terrible. You know what I mean? And so once again, doing what you enjoy, like Jeanette said, yeah, very important. Yes. So there we go. Yeah, isn't that crazy? So, but that's the jam. So just make sure that what when you go out and you try to do something, it's okay to try things, and if things don't work out, that's fine too. But you sort of it may get you closer to where you really want to be. And you sort of have to, like I said, everything in life is steps. You got to take each of the steps. You go to kindergarten, then you go to first grade, and then you go to second. Like you can't go from kindergarten to third, although people do it. Things like that. Let me take a sip real quick. Hmm. But yeah, that's just one of the things. Like there's always a few steps that you have to take. Um, and then you sort of go from there. Yeah. Oh yes, there you go, Jeanette. Yes, stress is real. So I look forward to the work week because I can't change the days of the week. Oh, I understand. That's true. Yeah. And but that's true. Yeah, you can't change them. But like I know, like I was one of those people who would always look forward for the weekend. It would be Tuesday. And I'm like, oh, yay, Friday's coming. I'm like, oh, see, that's terrible. It's because you got to live in the moment. Like I think I just sat there and I was like looking forward, looking forward, looking forward, but not realizing that I should have taken time and just lived in the moment and just done whatever it was I was doing and like appreciating what I was doing. And then, you know what I mean? So there's a couple of things like that that you sort of have to do. Yeah. So there's that. So that's the first thing. And then I would just suggest, of course I can't find my list, but if you can go on, Google. If you're finding that you're sort of struggling to keep things going and things like that, one of the things that I used to do when I was working was doing a lot of reading like motivational books. And now I just got to remember what the heck the name of that book was. There's so many. But if you just Google motivational books, you'll find them. There's just so many. I don't want to necessarily say one's better than the other, but and then you can find ones that are sort of geared to whatever wherever you are in your life. Um, Target had a journal, and it's funny that it went on. I didn't know. See, I shop in Target, but not real closely. But they have a pretty decent book section in there. And they had so if you're a black woman, they had this black woman journal. It was like a gratitude journal. And it sort of just talked about some of the issues that, African American women face. And it sort of, leads you there. But there was one for moms, there's one for dads, all these things. And it sort of kind of just gets into your brain and says, okay, these are some things that you should look for, just celebrate yourself. That's one of the things that they always said, um, you know, like as African Americans, we've had some issues, historically. I'll just put it that way. And I think a lot of people have had issues celebrating themselves, celebrating their looks, all the things. And this particular book that they had in Target, talked about celebrating yourself, as a woman. So there's, so as if you're a woman, an African American woman, you could break it down all the way. Pet lovers, there's gratitude journals, and yeah, there's all kinds of things. And so I always just recommend, a lot of people don't journal these days, but I always recommend writing it down because it sort of cements everything in your brain. Because you can read it, reading it is one step, and writing it down, I think it sort of translates into more of it just puts more energy out there toward the universe, to getting you there, to where you want to be. And it also clears your mind. So, they say like journaling can help you, just like if you're feeling sad, you just sort of, you write it down and then it's over. You know what I mean? Not over, but it sort of moves you past like the negative uh, emotions and things like that. Yes. So I see this. This is this is one of these journals I picked up in Dollar Tree, and it's called Thanks. And I hope it's not backwards. It might be, but anyway, they had different ones. They had a gratitude one. This one, it says thanks. There was a workout, a fitness journal, things like that. And this is interesting. So, and this is one of the things that we've always tried to be on the positive note. So this is an unknown quote in here, but it says repetitive complaining will attract things for you to complain about. Ooh. So repeated gratitude will attract things to be thankful about. And that's an unknown quote there. But I really like that. I want to read it again. So repetitive complaining will attract things for you to complain about. Repeated gratitude will attract things for you to be thankful about. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. That's just one of the things. And and also like I said at the end of the year, just think about it. Like what are you grateful for? What did you accomplish? Are you content with the accomplishments that you made? And if so, that's great. But then, the end of the year, and a lot of us are going to be off work, so you're going to have time to really reflect. Like, take some time, not alone, but take some time alone to sort of think about, like the next steps of what you want to do in life. Yeah. And don't let all the stress of the holidays drive you crazy because it's a lot. My husband and I did some Christmas shopping and we just went into a few stores yesterday and oh my goodness, like we went into Rosalie, if you're still here, we went to Ollie's, and Ollie's was a zoo because they're having like an extra sale on top of all the toys, and they have a lot of toys and action figures and stuff like that, and they're all on sale. So people are like buying them by the bushel and other stuff. They have other stuff, but it was really interesting to sort of watch all the Christmas shopping because we don't really do Christmas shopping per se. But I've noticed that, like, during this time of the year, you do get good deals on certain things. So we're always sort of, scoping out a good deal. But, we walked in the store, we sort of did a loop, did a loop, couple loops, and then we just left. And then we just moved on to the next one. So we checked out, like, Ollie's, we checked out Target. And Target was packed. They had lines coming out the wazoo. Poor people in there. So I understand, like I said, oh, I'm so glad to see, and we have removed that stress from our lives because we said, we sort of celebrate all year, around. Like we don't necessarily say, okay, let's, we always say don't necessarily celebrate your partner on Valentine's Day. We celebrate every day. Celebrate your kids every day. Celebrate, all those things. And in Christmas, like if you accept that as Jesus' birthday, then you celebrate Jesus every day. You know what I mean? And so we really don't, we've really removed ourselves from that whole consumer thing. And I will tell you, I am free. Like I just can't believe how relaxed I am right now. Yeah. And just watching everybody in line, it was very interesting. And they were stressed. You could just tell. And I overheard, like there was a couple in one of a couple other stores we went into, and this guy said, "Oh man, they almost ran us over." And I went, "Yeah." People are very, very distracted. So if you're out there driving, just be careful. Because we've just been watching it, just kind of as outsiders, sort of looking in. So yeah, there's that. All right. So anyway, there's that. And let's see, what was the other one last thing that I just wanted to say? And if anybody wants to share anything this morning, feel free. But let's see. So, like for example, if you say, if you don't like where you are right now, just like I said, just think about where you want to be, and you have to sort of visualize it. Write it down, and then just figure out where you can go. Like, do you need a better job? What can you do to find it, or another job? Who can you talk to find, to lead you down that path to get to a better place? Things like that. Let's see what else. Yes. And then, oh, yes. And then I'll do this last one here. And this is really for the I Bring It Everyday family. And I call everybody, family members because you guys are. It says, we must take care of, oh, Suzanne, thank you for coming in. So we must take care of our families wherever we find them. And that's Elizabeth Gilbert. And, so you may not be close to your family members, but you sort of have to find those people that support you, and I have that in somewhere in my Nightbot, drop it in there. But yeah, you want to be around those positive people that support you, and have less judgment on all the things you do. Yeah. So there's that. But that's kind of where we are. So it's great. So it's Monday. We're gonna do this thing. Like I said, check out some of those motivational books. Let me see if I can get this link open. And I found this one site, and I just realized they're sort of pushing certain books. But let's see. Let me try this other tab here. I'll just do it this way. But I read a lot of these Zig Ziglar books back in the day. Let's see. And what was his? Let me see his books here. Yeah, he's got a lot of them. This is all mostly about selling. But yeah, he's got Zig Ziglar on selling. He's got Secrets of Closing the Sale. Now you can sort of translate that into real life, where if there's something that you want to do, how do you get there? You have to sort of find out, where like you sort of have to give somebody something that they need. You know what I mean? So sales is like a transfer of like there's a problem and there's a solution. So what you do is you say, okay, how can I make somebody's pain less, right? So that's one of the things that you can also do is just like when you think about your spouse or people that like how can you help somebody? Can you be helpful? And and it's sort of like an exchange of energy. So if you have a friend who says, "Oh, I need help with this," I can help you with that. Transferring knowledge and things like that. And that's what I love about YouTube. Yeah, so most of his are about oh, here's another one. It's called um See You at the Top. I like that title also. So Zig Ziglar, if you ever check him out, he's got some good quotes. And let's see some other books. The other one was Maya Angelou. Like she's got a lot of good quotes. And let me go to her books here. She's got a lot of books too. Yep. Let's see. Yep. She's got a lot of poems, so she has a complete collection of poems. Mom and Me and Mom. That's one of her books. And I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. And that's her big book that she wrote about. It was autobiographical. And she went through some things as a young child, like very very traumatic things as a young child, and she didn't speak for a while. And it was because of what happened to her. And then she became, like this crazy like poet, like not just a poet, but like ridiculously talented, became a poet, was an actress, was a dancer. I mean, she's done like all the things, and she's like one of Oprah's people. Now, for me, that doesn't really impress me being one of Oprah's people, but I understand why Oprah wanted to hang out with her because she had all this knowledge and had been through life. They lived like just had a full life. So check out that one. And then she's got a book called Phenomenal Woman that she wrote in 1995, but she had passed. Forget when she passed away. Does it say? Yeah, she was born in 1928 and passed away in 2014. But she was always on Oprah. So if you guys are Oprah people, you saw a lot of Maya Angelou toward the end of her life. But yeah, she really, she was poor, dirt poor, worked her way up, found jobs, got married, got divorced, just all the life things. But she just had a lot of wisdom. And those are the people that like you really want to be around. People who are really, really wise that can really get you thinking. And I said, boy, I would love to have like a mentor like her. But that's really interesting. So there's that. So that's I think that was like so today is like a short one. And so anyway, if you guys want to just let everybody know what you guys are up to for the rest of the day, because we have a couple of appointments today, so I'm going to have to jet out and do that. And but yeah, like I said, the evil plan of the I Bring It Everyday channel on Mondays is to just get you running, get you going, get it started. Let's get the week started and let's do it. Yeah. But let's see. So I know. Let's see. Later today, am I doing any? I don't know. I don't know if I'm probably not doing any lives, but I would just say, make sure you get outside, get some exercise, buy local, cook fresh, support your local economy as much as you can, and then also, enjoy that fresher food as you can. It's summertime. I mean, that's summertime. It's wintertime. Summertime's better, but especially in the Northeast where I live. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Jamie is prepping for Christmas crafts. Oh, nice. And dinner. Now, what are you making for the crafts? And what are you making for dinner? Yeah, you got to share all the good stuff. Yeah, Jamie is always cooking some good stuff over there. So, yeah. But I meant to leave you a comment. Like you were working on it was I forget if it was pasta. Oh no, your hot water went out. Oh, so you need probably a new one of those hot water heaters. So waiting for the plumber. That's what Suzanne says. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm doing a little bit of knitting this week. I think that's about it. Like I don't have anything like big planned, and I'm sort of working on stuff for joy. I'm not doing anything like really hard, so I'm just chilling. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, that's a tough one. But it's good that it happened today and not a couple days from now, because Christmas, no one's going to be around. No one's going to be around. So yeah, the timing of this was actually, believe it or not, it's pretty good. Yes. Oh, you know what's interesting? Oh, that's so funny. Oh, this is good. But you do have cold water. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I really want to. Like we live in the country, so we have well water, and I really want to tap another well just as a backup. I really do. And my husband's like, yeah, let's do it. But we didn't do it. So we got it. That's on the agenda for sure. For 2025, I want to tap a second well just in case if anything happens to the one that we have. Now we have a pretty decent well right now, but you never know. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. So Suzanne's saying I do have cold water, thankfully. Yep. And then Jamie is making gumbo, greens, coconut cake. mm. We're going to make gingerbread houses and paint each other on a canvas. Oh. So you're going to be doing like the Titanic, the pose. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I may have to do something like that. See, my kids and I used to do a gingerbread house every year, but the problem is then I don't like. I'm always like, what do we do with this thing when it's done? Because they sort of eat a little bit of it, but they're pretty sizable. So we always end up. I hate to say throwing it away, but that's what happens. I gave one away, but it's really hard. Oh, you can't paint. Oh, so that's good. Okay, Jamie, that's an awesome thing. So I would say trying out painting it's really great. Like art, drawing and painting is a lot of fun, and yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen those places, but there's just places that you can go where it's usually girls' night out, and they go to these places and they have like pre-made, pre-drawn canvases, but you can actually paint them. And it's kind of fun. Oh, to the critters. Okay, Suzanne, feed gingerbread houses to the critters, but that's good. And the thing is, like with painting, because I like to paint and draw a little bit too, although I haven't done it in a while. Um, it's very relaxing, and And it's okay, like if it's not great. The first ones are going to be a little, they'll be a little rough. But once you start doing it, you can see sort of the progress of how well you go. So it's great. Oh, you're going to pick names from a bowl and then paint them. Okay, see, this is pretty cool. We got to try this. And then I was talking to somebody else. They said that they bought a lot of board games. And when their family comes over, they're gonna do board games. And they did some of these, like these new board games are really weird. Trying to think what's an example of a board game. Like How Do You Meme? Those are like the newer ones. Cards Against Humanity. Like I've never played any of those games, so I don't know how they do it. But we used to like to play bingo, not for money. We would just play bingo, and it was easy. Like for me, I like the easy games or like Wheel of Fortune, and we would play it on the TV, and it was a lot of fun. And that like or Hangman, it's like that. That's really Hangman. Eh, is there an A? That kind of thing. Yes. Oh, Suzanne says we play bingo for token prizes on Christmas. Yeah. So I think that's a really fun game, and it's easy. It's easy, and everybody understands it, and people have a good time. I just yeah, and all ages can play bingo. Yes, thank you, Suzanne. That's exactly what I was thinking. All ages, and I used to like to play. I did this at a bridal shower. I did win, lose, or draw, which is sort of like Hangman, but not really like Heyman, but it's sort of like you turn the timer on, and you have a secret clue, and then you have to draw a picture to show the people in the audience so they can guess what it is. And that was hilarious to watch, actually, because most people don't draw all the time. You know what I mean? And then seeing people who don't draw is really fun. And I think that's like a really easy one that most people can play too. And you just get a big, you know chalkboard, or you could put it big. They don't even sell this stuff anymore, but like a big pad of paper, and like a flip chart, like so that's how old I am. Flip chart. But anyway, that was always fun too. Yeah, but bingo's awesome. Yeah, I do like bingo. Yes, so that's awesome. But that's pretty good. So anyway, if you want some Christmas spirit, I went out last night and did a little walk through our little local park, and they were doing a good light show last night. So check it out. So thanks for coming in, Suzanne, last night. We got Jesus Ramirez. Good morning. All right. Good morning to you. Good to see you. Yes. Yep. And Controversial Cruising is saying good morning to Jesus. All right now. Very nice. So that's really the plan for the week. Like I said, we're hanging like this holiday season. We're trying to make it nice and simple. Excuse me. We're making small meals. I'm gonna do some bacon, and that's really it. But I don't ask me when. It's just whenever I get that feeling, that's when I start to cook. And but like we went into the stores yesterday. They had a lot of good. What looked good? Seemed like lettuce and stuff like looked pretty good this week. And some of the veggies, the fruit and veggies, so like the pears and the apples and the lettuce just looked good. Just yesterday we were in there in the Aldi or whatever, and it looked great. So I said, "Ooh, I think I really do want to do like a salad. Like I should have actually bought some, but yeah, we'll see. May get some before the end of the week or whatever, or before Christmas Eve, pick some up. But that looked pretty good. So we'll see. But other than that, yeah, and then they had a lot of sirloin this week, which I was just kind of going, hmm. But I don't know why I'm not really like in the mood for that. But they did have some of that on sale. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So something to think about. That'll be some of the in between meals, when you have all your people over. But yeah, so like I said, just make sure you have fun, celebrate yourself. It's the end of the year. You know, celebrate those little victories. And then just, continue to keep that positive attitude, for the, rest of the year, and then carry that into the new year. And then, hopefully, like God willing, I'll be back, and like I said, I appreciate everybody coming in and saying, hey, and hopefully, let me know if this helps you a little bit. Like I said, just a little mindset change. And like I said, you always have to take little small steps. Like you don't have to make huge moves, just little small steps, kind of can propel you further. Yeah. So there's that. All right. So anyway, yes, have a wonderful holiday. That's what Jamie is saying. Everyone, yes. Yeah, and I'll definitely say that. But we'll see you soon on the YouTube streets. And, check out everybody's channel that's here. We got some nice people. Everybody's chilling. And yes, and welcome in all the new members. And like I said, please like, share, subscribe, and come back because I'm all over the place. I'm a variety channel, so you never know what you're going to see. All right. So anyway, take care, and we'll see you soon. And you never know. I'm probably going to pop up because it looks like timing's not looking good. Who knows what I'm doing? Yeah. But there it is. And hopefully, we'll see you all soon. So take care and peace and love. Bye bye.